right, g'day. This is Ray, aka Kiwi Winners. That is, look, I want to welcome you here. We're going to go live, break down Live AI's most powerful tools, the same AI systems that are reshaping how entrepreneurs, creators, and business owners connect with their audiences. Now, in this live stream, you'll learn how to, train your My AI. That's MY/AI writer to speak in your voice. Key. Build smart businesses that and your product profiles therein. Generate instant social accounts and posts that convert for you. So it's going to get you closer to your audience. Navigate the Live AI dashboard like a pro. Also, we're going to show you how to go about training your AI twin during an onboarding for faster results. Okay, so this isn't theory. This is something that's already live. This is step-by-step training that comes direct from the company that you can use today to save time, scale smarter, and uh, stay out of the noisy atmosphere about all this digital stuff that's happening in the world. So you don't want to just watch AI. Go a little bit deeper than just using AI to create kitten videos or whatever. You want to get ahead of the curve. This is a really good way to do it. If you're a network marketer, this is really, really key. I'm terrible at network marketing. My teams, we're real individuals doing our own thing, but using these tools, this thing has exploded really, really quickly, and I want to share some of these systems with you. So I want to go back to this screen here. I don't know if you can see it. Let's just see if I can share this with you. Where we're going to do this. All right. So this basically says this is the first section. If you ever wished that your AI knew your voice better, solved. In this session, in this short training video, they'll show you how to train and update My AI writer so that it sounds like you, from your own brand tone to storytelling style. You'll unlock the power of content that feels personal and not robotic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share you this screen, and this particular session is about 7 minutes long. So I'm going to put myself off to the side and enjoy this training.
Learn how to train My AI Writer. When you went through the onboarding experience, you answered a series of questions. All of those questions were used to develop a special profile that I'm going to show you. And if you ever want to go in and edit any of the responses that you're getting, you're going to go to this specific place. There's two ways to get there. The first is with these quick links here. We have Train My AI Writer. Or you could go over to the Manage My AI section in the navigation over here, the little business briefcase over here. And you have three options. You have the Train My AI, you have My AI Chat, and you have business or product profiles. So we're going to go into Train My AI. Now here you'll see it's already populated information based on what I provided during my onboarding. It has my name. You can add your additional details, your nickname, but there's already things that are populated. Here it already has the owner of the dance studio, which was something that I provided during my onboarding questions. And it also has why I like my job. Again, another question that came up during my onboarding. Now you can see that there's a few other sections here that we haven't filled out. So these are things that we could add additional details if we wanted these things to show up in other places throughout the Lev AI experience. So if we ever want to talk about things about our family or additional information we'd like to share about our family, we can put it here. And then when we're going and using features like My AI Social or any of the AI writing features throughout the entire Lev AI platform, it could call on information that I provide here. You could also share a few facts or stories about our background, culture, or heritage if this was important to you and something that you'd like to share that you want again to show up in different places as you're using My AI. This is great additional detail you can provide. You can also scroll down and there's additional things we can add about any upcoming events, plans, or goals that you might want to share that you're working on in the next year. Now you'll see down here, it actually already has two things under goals and dreams. And you can see these two sections here. I had said that I wanted to grow my dance studio to over 100 students, and I said that I want to help my dance company win a national championship. I may have additional dreams or goals that I want to add here. They could be personal or professional, and I could just add them here. So here you can see I've just typed in, I want to climb Mount Everest, and then all I need to do is go ahead and hit add. Now it's added to my dreams and goals here, but you'll also see this X, this close section. All we need to do if we want to remove any of these details is we can just hit the X. So if there was something that you provided as a dream or a goal at the beginning that you no longer want to have or is not relevant anymore, all you have to do is click that X. Now we also want to make sure we go up and we want to hit save. And here it's saying that it needs a last name. And we're going to hit save. And it's going to update and train my AI again with this new information. Now, there's other sections here too, not just the learn about me, there's also think like me. And you can see some of my interests that I shared at the beginning of my training are also here, like tap dancing, vegan food. All of these were things that I supplied during my initial onboarding. Now, let's say there's additional things that I want to add, like I also love jazz music. I can go ahead, type it, and hit add. And if I realize that I don't want any of these things related to my Lev AI profile or any of the responses that I'm getting, I can always go ahead and I can just X something out. You can see I also have popular figures. And here they've actually added a few additional ones that I didn't add in my initial onboarding. Well, that's okay because AI is going to expand and want to be able to create a more robust profile for us. So it actually recognized that Misty Copeland, who's a famous ballerina, was someone that I might like as a popular figure. I didn't specify that I liked Misty during my onboarding, but again, Lev AI is creating a more expanded profile just based on those few simple questions that we answered. So we could go in here and we may decide that we don't like those specific artists that it added, and we could add new artists instead. So you can always go ahead and you can add more. It doesn't have to just be 5, but you can easily remove anything that you don't like. And again, here down where our favorite books, movies, music, and sports, it has a few things here that looks good, but I also want to add ice skating. Now we also have this section that's Write Like Me, and this should look familiar as part of your onboarding training that we made some selections. So let's say that we've realized that, you know what, it's coming out that my AI social posts that are being written are a little bit too funny. So I want to turn this dial down. Or I could say, I also want to just make my writing a little bit more formal. So I could dial this up. You can make any adjustments here. And again, remember to always hit save so that these updates can be made throughout your entire profile and everything is captured. This was one of those optional questions during the onboarding training. So here I can just write additional details. Now that I've understood how it's going to show up in my profile, I can add some additional details that says, I want to sound professional and confident. And then we were going to hit analyze instructions, and you'll see that your style descriptors are going to change over here. And again, if you're finding that you're not getting the exact result you want, maybe it's a little bit too energetic, then you make some adjustments here, and you could also remove energetic, and we could write empathetic here and hit add. Then we're going to go up and save. I like to save a lot just to make sure that everything's being captured. And here we have brand me. This is a really cool section because it's actually creating a slogan and a story and a personality analysis just based on those first few questions that I answered. So you can go through here, and these are all text fields. So you can go ahead and you can remove anything or you can type anything you like. It recognized that I owned a dance studio, that I'm really interested in growing my dance studio, and that the dance studio is all about greatness. And down here in this story, this is really cool because I only gave it one sentence that I was a dance studio owner. And look at this amazing story that it created just by those few questions. So here it even says, I'm Catherine. I'm a proud owner of a thriving dance studio where I find immense joy in watching my students flourish. That was a much more eloquent and beautiful way of saying, I own a dance studio and I want my students to grow. So you can see it's actually created this whole story based on my information. This is great copy that you can use. And then it also has this personality analysis. And this is a combination, again, of my goals and everything that it analyzed in one place for a personality analysis. I'm going to hit save. And that completes the training on how to train my AI.
So that was pretty incredible. I think what we want to do now. No, I don't want to do that. Sheep. What I want to do now is talk a little bit about branding. So your AI can't sell if it doesn't know your business. Okay, so if you're an actor, like I'm an actor, if you're an actor, artist, creative, business owner, you know, it can't do the work that you want it to do if it doesn't know who you are. So in this next video, we're going to learn about how to set up and manage business plus product profiles inside Lev AI. And this is the foundation that powers automated content, smarter posts, and client-ready presentations. So we're going to go What's going on there? What's happening? What's happening there? I want to take it to the next one, take it to the next level, as it were. And let's see if I can find that. I'll bring that up for you real quick. Yeah.
Create a business profile.
So this is about growing your business.
Here you can
Let's
go over to manage my AI. And then you're going to go down and select business or product profiles. Now here, if you've already created other businesses, will be where you manage all your businesses and product profiles. Once you create a business or product profile, this helps
what's going on,
customize AI responses specific to your business and your products. So all we need to do is hit add new. We're going to select our language. We're going to type our business name or product. So here we're going to add my business. In addition to my dance business, I also have a real estate business.
Okay,
so here I'm going to type my real estate company, which is
training
Roaring Real Estate. And here I'm going to describe a little bit about my business. You don't have to write too much here. So even if you're really not sure or you're just starting out, you can just write a few sentences and watch the magic happen. Here I've written I'm a real estate agent located in Virginia, USA, and I specialize in luxury real estate. Let's hit create.
Putting in your products.
And in under a minute, we can see it's already generated a whole profile on Roaring Real Estate
that you're selling.
And here you can see it's created an amazing profile of my new customer acquisition strategy, my target customer, what my leading main product is. And even down here, you can have all this information automatically generated just from that one click about my business. Now you can see it also has my language and the initial information that I gave it, and all of this came out. It also even went ahead and made a whole brand guide for me. Look, it has my fonts, it has my header, my body text, and you can actually change this if you'd like. So let's say we don't like Playfair, we like Railway. We can change it. We can also change the text here to Quicksands, and we can see the preview right here of what it will look like. You can always go in and change it again.
Choose your company's
now
brand,
you can also change your brand colors. So if you already have existing brand colors, you can select them here. Or if you saw, AI actually already created colors for us. Now, you also see this AI feature over here. You can always click on this and have AI help you expand these sections. You also have your keywords here. Now, remember, each of these sections, you can go in and you can change anything you'd like.
And this is all.
So you can change any words you like, you can write your own, or you can leave it as is. And if it didn't quite get it on the first try and you want to try something different, you want to change your business name, or you want to change the first prompt that you gave it, you can always go ahead and make the changes here and hit regenerate. Now, you'll see over here that you can build websites, you can build emails once you connect your emails, or most importantly, you have to hit the save. If you made any changes over here, you have to hit save.
Your contact
and
list.
Just like that, your business profile has been created.
Is amazing.
So if we go back to our business products and profiles, you can see here, my Roaring Real Estate business is here. You can always delete and add new or go in, click and edit it.
So that is just amazing. What we're going to talk through next is like getting stuck in what am I going to talk about? What am I going to speak about? How am I going to start this? You don't need to stare at the blank page any longer. This next deep dive, hopefully it's going to have sound attached to it. They're going to use My AI Social to generate instant social media posts for any platform and you're going to discover how to save time, keep consistency, congruency, and grow your audience all in just mere minutes. So I'm going to pull myself out of the way here and let's have a look at this. This one also doesn't look like it's got any sound attached to it. Can you see this? Okay.
Post based on what you provided in your Train My AI during onboarding, or if you've made any updates in the Train My AI. And over here, it's showing us a preview of what our post will look like on all of these different social media platforms. And it's optimizing the post for each platform based on the character count and what might perform best there. So you can see it's pulled on knowledge that it knew from my onboarding. In my profile, I talked about owning a dance studio and how I really want my students to continue to learn and grow. So here it's generated a post amazingly based on just that information. And it's even gone ahead and selected an image here based on this post. It even has hashtags here related to my post. Now, if I had to come up with this post by myself, it might be a little bit difficult, but you saw just in one click how easy it could be. Now look at all of these exciting features down here. You have the ability to click on the AI feature and look, you can actually make changes. You can make it shorter and you can hit regenerate and it will start to regenerate. You can make it longer. Wow, see, look how much longer it is. You can go through each of these different options until you get something that you like. Another great feature is you can change the tone. So let's say this was a little bit too friendly. We want it to be a little bit more professional. We could select professional and regenerate. You also could go over here and select any of the other tones here. If you wanted something funny, let's see how funny it can be. See here, now it's starting to tell a story, a funny story, and it's changed the tone of the entire post. Over here is really cool because you can change the language into any language. So if you have a large business audience or you are trying to communicate with people in a different language, you can scroll through and select any one of these languages. Let's select Hindi and hit regenerate. Automatically, in just one click, you can see my entire post has been translated to Hindi. Now, you can also add special instructions. Let's go back to English. So here you could write something like no emojis and hit regenerate. Now, remember, you can go up here and you can see how this has changed per platform. Now, you also have the ability to change the image, which brings you into the AI image search library. Here, there are many different types of images that you can search for so that you can match the perfect image to your post. So over here, you can select the orientation, and then you can select the specific word and hit search. So you can find an image that works really well for your post. I'm going to select this image, and I can either add text to my image. I can even actually design something here. Dance live. I can even select the color. It's almost like creating your own little graphics here that you can create your own social media posts. You can change the font to better fit, and you can also change the location of where this is. You can even rotate the words, and you can increase the size. You can change the font weight, font style, text alignment, and the color. So let's say we like this. We can hit OK, and then we can either save to my images if we know we might want to save it later, or we can just hit add. Let's save it to my images here, which you can also reach if you just go to my images. Here it is. Select this image, and now we can add it to our post. Let's see a few more things that we can do within the image editor. We also have the ability to upload an image and do our design and editing with an image. You just hit upload or you hit search. So let's select this image. And now we're gone into the editor. So we can actually change the size. And then we can again add text to the image. And remember, we can also change the color here. And we can change the size. Ooh, a little bit too big. There we go. Now we can get as fancy as we want here. We're going to hit OK. And then we can again save to my images. So now we're creating an entire library of things that we like. And then you could select it and add it to your post. Again, let's change the image so we can see a few more things. If we are connected to a Teams, our Teams images will pop up here. I want to change it back to dance light. Now, there's one other things that we can do. So also something exciting to know is this is a completely editable text field. Instead of thrilled, you can say absolutely, beyond, excited, and incredibly inspired. You can go and you can delete as much as you like. You can type whatever you want here to make it your own. There's a feature here called compliance checks. Many users want to know if what they're saying is okay to say. For example, if I added something that says, I made $100 million this year and you can too. We can go over to compliance check and we can see if this post is compliant or if there's going to be any challenges with what I'm claiming. And you can see here that's saying that what I've written is a very high risk post. So over here, it explains exactly why it's high risk. And then it also over here creates a suggested post. So what we could do is we could accept risk and continue, or we can update to the suggested post. Let's do that. And it's automatically gone ahead and changed the post here. You can also use these toggles on the right and the left to see what it will look like on all of these different social platforms, as well as clicking them up top. Now, let's say it's time for me to post. What I'm going to do is hit get started. And what it automatically has done is downloaded my post and it's copied this text. So you can see this is exactly what to do on this platform. Number one, you go to Facebook and create a new post. Then number two, you paste the text. And number three, you're going to add images from your computer's downloads folder and then click post because it's also automatically downloaded your image here. So then you can hit post. Now you'll do this for each of the platforms that you'd like to create a post for. So you've gone over to Instagram, you click get started, your image is downloaded for Instagram, your caption is copied, and you can go through the steps here on exactly how to upload your post and so forth. You can go through this and do this for each of these social options. Now, let's say you wanted to create an instant post for your business. Now, instead of an instant post, if you want to have a little bit more control to start and you already know what you want to post, you can go ahead and you can select an image on My Images or search and find an image. So we can create a post here and we're going to hit add. And then we can create our own custom instructions here. So all I need to do is click generate and it's going to make my post here. And you can see it's gone ahead and drafted a post based on what I said. Now it's bringing up 90s hip hop because that is what's trained in my AI, as well as understanding me as a dance teacher. If you click here, you'll see there's a lot of different post types like caption and suggested image, Memo, make it my own, selfie AI, caption my image, short text only post, caption my video, and long post with suggested image. Caption and suggested image is where you can post a specific personalized caption and get a matching image for your social post. So here you can say, what do you want to post about? So here I'm saying I want to post about winning national championships. I hit generate, and here it selected an image and generated a post for us. Other cool post types is make it my own. What this allows you to do is take a screenshot of one of your favorite social media posts of someone else's or your own and make it your own. So all you need to do here is select your objective, maybe to inspire, select your language, and then select or upload your post, and it will make a version of that post for you. We also have Selfie AI, which is very cool because you can upload an image of yourself right now, take a selfie, upload your selfie, and you can add where caption here, or if you're not really sure, you can just leave it blank and hit generate. And again, the selfie that you just took is going to generate a post. But the cool thing is that it actually can tell what's happening in your selfie. So it identified that I was dancing in the selfie. You can also upload an image and we can generate a caption with AI here, tailored specific to you. You can also create short text posts only. Let's say you wanted to post something on the social media platform X. This is a great way to do that. You can also caption a video. So what you need to do for captioning a video, again, you're going to select your objective, you're going to select your language, and here you're going to describe what's happening in your video. You're going to write a few things like video of me playing with the kids in the park. And then down here, you're going to specify what you want the caption to be about. So here, my video I'm describing is my hip hop dance class with the adult students, and my caption is I want it to be about signing up for classes. All you do is hit generate. In just a few seconds, you can see here a caption's been generated based on my specific requirements. You can also do a longer post as well, again, selecting the objective, the language, and writing a little bit about what you'd like to post. Remember at the beginning when I said that there's two different ways that you can create social posts with My AI Social? There's personal posts, but there's also business posts, which can connect to your business profiles within Lev AI. Now, if you don't have a business yet, you need to make sure you go over and create a business here under Manage My AI and then select the business and product profiles. That's where you're going to be able to create your business. I have a business here that I can select and we can create an instant post. This is my roaring real estate business, which is about my business in Virginia, where I'm a luxury real estate agent. Now you can do the same thing where you can hit instant post and you'll see the information that Lev AI pulls on to generate your post is specific to this business. And you can see it's actually selected an image that's specific to real estate. I also have the same features here to go in to be able to edit anything that I'd like, change something right here. I can use my AI features here to regenerate, to make it longer, to change the tone, to change the language. I can also, of course, go in and change the image and do all of these features that I have also in the personal post. Now you have a deep dive into everything that My AI Social can create. Happy posting. Let's dive into one of our most exciting features that you can see here. So the first thing that you'll see are these big 3 buttons. These are shortcuts to really special features within the tool, like My AI Social, which can generate an instant post based on your personal brand. You can also post and create about your businesses, and you can turn your contacts into leads and sales by screenshotting and uploading them into your contacts list. You're also going to see My AI Expert here, and if you're part of teams, they'll populate here. Over here, you'll see to train My AI Writer. So if you'd like to change anything about the onboarding questions as you trained your AI about you, you can go into here. You can chat with My AI. You can build a business profile. You can find a contact or add a new lead. Now, whenever you'd like to visit the homepage, you can always click this button up at the top, which will bring you back to the screen. Let's go through the entire navigation together so you know what everything does. The first is if you'd like to create a social post. This is Write a Social Post, part of My AI Social. You can generate an instant post for your personal post or for a business once you've added a business profile. All you have to do is hit Instant Post. Next, you have Write a Message. There's many different types of messages that you can have AI help you with here. You can actually reply to a social post by uploading a screenshot. You could also copy and paste text from a post here. You could also have Live AI help you start a conversation. Or you could even do cold outreach, which could help you start a conversation with someone you do not know yet. Moving on to the next section, you'll see Manage My AI. And if you click this button, you'll land on the Train My AI feature. This is where you can go through and change any of the hobbies or information you provided at the beginning of your account. If you'd like to change anything, always make sure to hit save. You can also go into My AI Chat, where you can chat with your AI. You can also go into your business or product profiles where you can create and add a new business. Going on to the next feature, we have My AI Expert. When you click here, you can actually have a live conversation with your AI expert to help you with your business. You also can do Help Me Reply and select from a series of different objectives to help you come up with a message or response as you're communicating with someone. The next feature you'll have is My Network. This is where we have all of our contacts. You can upload your contacts by adding new contacts here. You can add a lead from a screenshot, or you can search through your contacts or add it manually, or you can upload a list on My Contacts here. Import contacts. You also can go down to My List. Once you've uploaded contacts, you'll be able to select what type of list you want to put people in. So as you add a new contact, you can create different lists of how you would like to communicate with people. And then here, if you have access to My Prospects, this is where you'll be able to search for different leads. If you toggle down to My Marketing, this is where you'll be able to access all of your websites and the email features with My Web and Email. Here you can create a new website based on a business profile and select all of your different settings. And finally, here are your teams. If you are a part of a team, they will populate here. Now, if you ever get stuck, you can come over to our support feature. Here, you'll be able to search through different articles to see if you can find your answer. You can type any questions here to see if there's related articles. You can search through any of these items, or you can go up to submit a request. If you're a partner of Live AI, you can access your back office here. And here you have all of your account info where you can change your profile picture, you can change your email address, you can change your information, you can connect your email, you can select your notification settings here, and you can log out. Head it back to the homepage. This completes our homepage overview and our navigation overview for Live AI.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Let's train your
It
AI.
was like, I
Welcome to your
realized
Live
now
AI
that I had
homepage. Let's go through all.
that I had the sound switched off for the last one. This final piece of training that we're going to have is with regards to your journey and onboarding. Really, you have to remember that you're training AI for yourself, for your own brand, for your own business. This is a really quick walkthrough on, how to begin training your AI. You have to imagine your lifetime worth of knowledge that you're sharing with your AI that is going to help you reach deeper, make deeper relationships with your clients. I think this whole thing is just incredible. It's amazing. I'm going to share with you this last video. So let's get into it. Where are we here?
With these questions on the left. This allows you to train AI as soon as you log in on exactly what you are all about. So here it's going to ask you for your name, and now it's starting the training. The next question is, please share at least 2 of your hobbies or interests. This is going to help inform your personal brand for AI. So think about things that you would like to show up for your personal brand. So interests could be dance. Other interests that I have is in personal development, reading, and yoga. Next, what is your occupation, job title, and what do you like best about your work? I am the owner of a small dance studio, and I love to teach dance and see my students grow. Here's where you can share your personal dreams, your goals, what you're looking for in the future. It could be personal or professional. I want to grow my dance studio to have 100 students, and I want to help my dance company win national championships. And the last question, what are a few of your favorite books, movies, sports, and music? AI here is trying to learn a little bit more about your interests. Favorite movie is Center Stage. Favorite books are by Tony Robbins. And I love jazz music. And now the final training is being completed by your Lev AI expert. Next, we're going to set the style, and using the sliders, you can either dial up or down each of these specific settings, like humor. I'd like to be a little bit less funny. I don't like a lot of emojis in my communication. Maybe one emoji is okay. My writing style is pretty informal. I do like short copy. I do like to be a little bit dramatic with my capitalization and punctuation, and my tone is very friendly. And now I've made my selections and I can hit next. Don't worry, you can always go in and edit this later. Next, special instructions. This is optional, so you can always skip this, but I'm going to say I want to sound like Mel Robbins in terms of my style. You can be as specific or as brief as you like. Now your Lev AI profile is being built so that everywhere you interact on Lev AI will know a little bit about you.
I mean to
Right.
beat you to death and drink your blood from a boot.
Well, there'll be no drinking of blood here today. Now you know a little bit about the onboarding process. I want to thank you very much for joining me on this journey into Lev AI. I'm guessing that you can see me. Yes.